والله يدعو إلى دار السلام ويهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to your favorite episode on television. Yes, Ask Huda TV. I am your host, Yusuf Susi, and with us we have Sheikh Muhammad Salah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much. Jazakallahu khairan.
Wa iyyakum. For those of you who would like to start off with any of your phone calls, you're more than welcome to do so. The phone number is 002-385-55248 or 55249. And those of you who would like to just shoot us an email, feel free to do so as well. The email is ask@huda.tv. We will take our first question, Sheikh, from our pending list, Rafiq, from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In reference to riba, to interest, he's asking about three terms: makhbara, mazbana, muqila. If you can enlighten us.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wal aqibatu lil muttaqin wa la udwana illa ala adh-dhalimin. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I praise Allah alone, and I send the best peace and salutation upon His most beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I do remember the question was presented before I went abroad, and the brother said that he was reading the interpretation of some verses in Surah Al-Baqarah. Okay. Basically, I believe it was verse number 275.
Right.
It focuses on the concept of riba and its prohibition. Then he said he read three terms which he was not aware of their meanings. The verse says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, الَّذِينَ يَأْكُلُونَ الرِّبَا لَا يَقُومُونَ إِلَّا كَمَا يَقُومُ الَّذِي يَتَخَبَّطُهُ الشَّيْطَانُ مِنَ الْمَسِّ ذلك بأنهم قالوا إنما البيع مثل الربا وأحل الله البيع وحرم الربا. Then the ayah goes on. But now the catch in the ayah and the reference is that Allah the Almighty says the likeness of those who deal with interest, whether paying or taking, charging or paying, they will rise up on the Day of Judgment in a very horrible condition, similar to one who has been possessed by Satan, who suffers from seizures and fits, and he's so scared, and he is in a miserable condition. Why? Simply because he equated riba to the lawful trade. They say it doesn't make any difference. It is just business, and business is business. Unfortunately, we hear this statement now awfully even from some of the Muslims. Business is business. What we can do. The Prophet ﷺ, and I believe it's in Tafsir Ibn Kathir, may Allah have mercy on him,
right.
He quoted a few ahadith, because riba is not simply that to charge interest or to take extra upon paying your debt or to pay extra. There are so many different forms and shapes. And that's why we say, for every person who happens to start a business, you have to study the chapter of the business transaction in fiqh in order to know what's lawful and what's unlawful. For instance, the three terms that you mentioned, basically the right pronunciation is al-muhaqala, wal-mukhadara, wal-muzabana, and each one of them has a meaning. Take for example al-muzabana, which is to sell the rye grapes in the field and to trade it with raisin, which is rye on the land. You say that much for that much. There is a state of confusion and uncertainty. Why? Because you don't know how much this, once we collect it, how much would it weigh versus how much you're paying of the raisin. So what is the problem then? The problem is that both goods are of the same type. They're all grapes, food.
Right.
So if you're going to trade food for food, it's got to be the same amount, the same measurement, the same weight, at the same time.
Right.
Yadan biyad, at the same time. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned certain items, such as gold, silver, dates, raisin, salt, where people are in need for such transaction the most. That if you're going to trade the same items with the same, then it's got to be the same amount. What do we mean with the the difference in the amount, something very common. When our elders would go to trade their old gold for new one, what do? They trade a greater amount for a lesser amount of the new. This is riba. This is haram. Why? Because if I'm trading gold for gold, if I'm selling the old and I'm buying the new, then it's got to be the same amount. But you know, this has been manufactured in a better way, but it is gold. The value is in the gold itself. So what is the way out? The way out is you sell your old gold. You sell the dates. You sell the raisin. You sell whatever. The item which you're going to trade it for another one which is similar to it. And you don't want to pay the same equal amount. Then you sell yours first. You cash it. Then you buy the other item. And it doesn't matter what kind of amount or quantity, because that's a new different transaction. Al-muhaqala, likewise, which is selling the wheat or the grains in the sheath or shelves in the field, with others which are dry and in the stores, for instance. So there is a state of, we call it gharar, and uncertainty and confusion. It's got to be the same amount. If you're trading wheat for wheat, it doesn't matter. This is new and old. This is good quality and bad quality. No. Either you sell the bad quality first, yours, then you cash in the money, and you buy the good quality, even if it is a lesser amount, but these are two different transactions. So, al-muhaqala, wal-mukhabara, wal-muzabana are different forms of riba, which the Prophet ﷺ prohibited us from dealing with as well.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Assalamu alaikum. We have a phone call from Umar from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
You're in live. Go ahead with your question, akhi.
I've got 3 questions.
Go ahead.
Yes, my first question is about, I've got cousins, and when I go back to my home country for vacation, actually I'm still young and I don't have much authority over my family, so I have to attend mixed gatherings, mixed family gatherings and stuff like that.
Okay.
My question is, how can I can give them nasiha, but I don't know how can I avoid it, because I don't see how I can avoid it, because I have to go. Now I'm going to shifting to the city where they live, and there's a female cousin and stuff like that. So, what advice can you give to me, and how can I avoid it? At the same time, hold the ties of kinship.
Okay. What's your second question, brother Omar?
Second question is about istighatha.
Istighatha?
Yeah.
Okay.
It basically has to do something with seeking help.
Okay.
What's it called? Help from. I'm not sure about the actual details of it. That's my question.
So you would like to get an idea of the what's the istighatha, what's the legitimate way of doing istighatha? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your third question?
Third question is concerning videos. I heard that any video that contains a female without hijab is the whole video becomes haram.
Okay.
So, for example, some people say you can lower your gaze, but I heard that that's not permissible, because does not apply here, because you have the choice of watching the video in the first place.
Okay. Brother Omar, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Jazakallah khair for your questions.
Hayakallah. Jazakallah.
We have a second call. Shayma from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, sister. Tfaddal. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, sister.
Wa alaikum assalam. I want to know, I am Saima, Mrs. Saima from Riyadh. I want to know about the teachings of Islam about parda for women. I had heard in a speech of Dr. Zakir Naik that hijab is must for every woman, but covering face or hands is not obligatory. Please guide me in this aspect, because I used to cover my face. And number 2, I want to know, my second question is whether it is bid'ah or not to celebrate 15 Shaban and 27th Rajab. Because in my region, I'm from Pakistan, people used to practice special prayers and offer fast in these days, as well as Jumatul Wida. What is the importance of Jumatul Wida?
Okay.
Okay. Another question I have. It is obligatory to use perfume or not?
You mean, is it okay? Is it permissible to?
No, is it okay or not? Sorry. Okay.
Is it permissible to use perfume?
Yes.
With alcohol, obviously, right?
Yes. I want to know this.
Okay. Jazakallah khair. Thank you, sister. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. We have another phone call. MashaAllah, they're coming very quickly here. Ammar from the United States. Pretty far. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yes, I have a few questions all related to zakat. The first question is, what is the nisab for money? If you have money, not not merchandise, not cattle. If you have money, what is the nisab? Is it 85 grams of gold or 600 grams of silver? Which one is it?
So
That's
liquid cash?
Yes, you have liquid cash in account, yes.
Okay. And
then the second question is, does this nisab, does it change depending on the currency? Because, for instance, 600 grams of silver could be a couple of $100s, but it could be hundreds of thousands of another currency. Does it change depending on the currency?
Okay.
And then the third question is, I invested in a business that I now know is wrong because the way the business was done, I could ask for my capital at any point in time. It was not going to decrease.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the profit or that would change with overtime. So this person has defaulted. They're not paying the money back. How do I pay the zakat on this money? Because it's a large sum. Do I pay it even though I don't have the money and there's no guarantee I'm going to get it back?
What is the possibility of getting the money back?
I'm sorry?
What is the possibility of getting your money back?
It's very slim. I'd say 20%.
Okay.
Yeah, so do I pay...
So you say most likely you didn't expect to get the money back?
Yes, I don't expect to get the money back.
Okay. Which state are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay.
Maryland, mashallah. The East Coast, okay. Okay, Sister Omar, is that it for your questions?
Yes, that's all. Jazakallah khair.
No, Jazakallah khair. Thank you. Okay, mashallah. Brother Ilyas from Saudi, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You're on live.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Actually, I have some question. This is regarding to, I want to construct some apartment in my hometown in India. I am actually working in Saudi. So in order to construct an apartment, there are certain formalities, like we have to get some approval from government, some survey sketch we have to take from government. For all this, unless we pay bribe, we cannot get this done.
Mm-hmm.
This is the situation in India. Either it be 10 riyal or 100 riyal, we have to give some bribe.
Okay.
So without that, it doesn't happen.
So, Brother Ilyas, are you, maybe to keep the story, are you maybe asking about...
Whether it is allowed to give this bribe or not.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Okay, is that it, Brother Ilyas?
Is it just to get the permit to construct the apartment?
Brother Ilyas, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about paying...
I have to give a bribe.
Yeah, in order to get to obtain the permits or what?
Thank you.
Okay. Inshallah, I'll give you a broader answer to cover all the different angles, inshallah.
Muhammad, we have another caller. MashaAllah, these they miss us. Brother Muhammad from Qatar, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A few weeks back, I have asked a question regarding validity of my Hajj I performed about 8 years back. I stayed in. I was made to stay in an area called Azizia near.
Yes.
Near Mina, and we had to go back to our accommodation after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, and we stayed from there from Maghrib up to the late night 1:30.
Yeah, that question actually, brother, was answered within the same episode. And I assured you, alhamdulillah, your Hajj was valid. Unless if you have any other question. If you spend most of the night, or more than half of the night in Mina, on the days and the nights of throwing the stones, which are Yom Tashriq or the Eid days, then this is sufficient. This is what's mandatory. It's highly recommended to hang around day and night. You do not say, well, it's past midnight, let me take off. No, the Prophet ﷺ spent the entire time there. Okay. But due to the difficulty of accommodation nowadays, especially if you're living in Saudi and you're not going with a Hamla or whatever, so some people end up living in Aziziyah and they go at sunset to pray Maghrib there, then they hang around until 1 a.m. or so and they go back. This is perfectly valid, and the Hajj, inshallah, is valid. Have you fulfilled the rest of the arkan and the wajibat? Sure. And I want to say one thing. If somebody has performed Hajj in the past and he realized after following our programs or reading in a book or asking a question that he may have committed a violation, he still can make it up through offering the fidya, but he will be required to specify what violation was it. And as somebody in Mecca, in the Haram, to slaughter the fidya on his behalf, it's got to be distributed among the poor people of Mecca, within the territory of Mecca.
Okay.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Muhammad from Qatar. We have another caller, Brother Fasih from Saudi, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Go ahead, brother.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam, Fasih. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I've got two questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it permissible to do Ruqya Sharia for a person you have not seen? Maybe like a relative who lives back home?
Okay.
You mean wireless?
No, Ruqya Sharia for someone who lives back home. Like if I'm in Saudi, maybe doing Ruqya Sharia for my cousin who's back home in India.
This is what I just said, that you're going to do it, you're in Saudi and you do it wireless.
Over the phone and the internet, MSN, what?
No, just like that.
No, that's what the Sheikh is trying to understand. How would you do it?
Just do it.
I understand. You're not physically there, but you're going to do it over the phone? Is this what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just phone, maybe just read the dua for the Ruqya Sharia.
Oh, but have the intention of it being for...
Okay,
yes,
inshallah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and my second question is that now there are no educational loans back in India. So there are many charitable organizations that are coming up and they take the zakah from the people and they offer loans to poor people. That's from the zakah fund. And later they take it back from the person to whom they gave it. So is it okay?
I see.
Okay.
Jazakallah khair.
Thank you, Fasih. MashaAllah. We have another caller. I don't think we're going to have any time to answer any questions. Brother Azim, go ahead. Assalamu alaikum. You're on live.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Yusuf. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Salah.
Wa alaikum
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, what I know is that human beings are created out of clay.
Mm-hmm.
And the animals and all the other beings are created out of water. Am I right, Sheikh?
Go on.
Yes, I came across another verse in Surah Al-Furqan, verse number 54.
Mm-hmm.
It says, He has created man from water.
Okay.
Then He has established relationship of lineage and marriage. Can you explain about this verse a little bit?
The verse says وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ, and we'll elaborate inshallah on the answer whenever it is in the right order, inshallah.
Okay, Sheikh. Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
وَجَزَاكُمْ barakallahu fikum.
We have another caller, Brother Murtada from Sudan. Assalamu alaikum. You're on live. Go ahead with your question.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
How are you?
Nahmadu. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm very happy for the back of Sheikh Muhammad.
Barakallahu feekum. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you so much.
Actually, I have called you before 3 weeks asking about 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
My first question about listening to music.
About listening to music?
Yes, listening to the music. And our great scholar Ibn Hazm, I think I have something like this, because sometimes we discuss with people that it is not permissible to listen to music. They give us a proof that Ibn Hazm has something like this.
Okay.
My second question about the taking some hair from the beard to make it polite and to make it equal. Is it permissible?
Say
Not
that-
to take it at all.
Did you get that shit?
Are you talking about cosmetic dental surgery or something like that?
No, the beard, lihya.
The
beard.
The beard.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You're asking, is it okay to take off some hairs off the beard or the whole
Some
beard?
hair to be equal, yes. Sometimes you see sometimes hair from here, not to take it at all, but something from here, so it can be equal and in good shape.
Okay. You had a third question?
Third question, using dye for the smaller, for young people. Some people, their nature, their hair are white. So is it permissible to use black?
Okay, we'll answer you, inshallah. I didn't say okay to the answer,
Okay, I
that
have
it is
the
okay,
last
but I said we will answer it, inshallah.
Sheikh Muhammad, I have another question.
You're still
No,
alive.
this is the fourth.
Yes, the last one.
Okay.
If I divorce my wife.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
Yes. No. It didn't happen to me. Alhamdulillah. If I divorce my wife before entering with her, do the sexual relation with her, is it how are the new conditions?
طيب, you're
Is
talking
it
about
permissible
the
or
dowry that you paid and the consequences of this divorce before consummating the marriage. Okay, inshallah.
Yes.
But don't think about that a lot, okay?
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. We have another phone call. Sister Noor from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Go ahead, sister, with your phone call.
Emirates.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum
salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I have a question, please. Number one is, Sheikh, what is the dua for knowledge? I was a Christian before and then...
Would you repeat that question, please?
I think she was asking about dua for knowledge.
Dua for knowledge.
Okay.
For Allah to grant you more knowledge, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And second, I want to pray with her, but I am not sure. I was praying always with her, but really I'm not sure.
You're not sure of
the format?
Yeah, I was praying with her. They said you can pray with her with just one rakah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was doing Fatiha and then followed by Ikhlas, Falak and Nas, and then until I will reach to Tashahud, then I will make Taslim.
What about the qunut? Are you used to make qunut or dua after rising up from ruku'?
Sometimes, yeah, but I am not sure it is right or wrong.
Okay. طيب.
I was Christian before, and then I revert to Muslim because I am not satisfied in my religion. That's why I'm always praying, mashallah, alhamdulillah, I'm sorry. But really, Sheikh, please help me. I want to make it right, my praying.
طيب.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you for your question. That was Sister Noor from the United Arab Emirates. We have another question from Sister Wafa from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Sister, go ahead with your question. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can you please just lower your television set just a bit so we can hear you clearly, please?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. You hear me now clearly?
Perfect. Go ahead.
Thank you. I have a question regarding my...
Go ahead.
My question is, before I embraced Islam, I was separated with my husband already.
Mm-hmm.
Since we don't have a divorce in Philippines, it was not formal.
Was he a Muslim?
In short,
Was he a Muslim?
he's not a Muslim.
I'm sorry?
Now I embraced Islam 2003.
Okay, I got that. Was he a Muslim when you had this relationship before you embraced Islam?
Sister, are you...
Pardon, Sheikh, I don't hear it clearly.
The Sheikh is asking, was your husband a Muslim before you accepted Islam?
No, he was not a Muslim.
Okay.
So he was not. So basically, this kind of relationship you had, it was before Islam.
Yes, Sheikh.
Okay, then what happened?
We were separated, and then I embraced Islam. These are 2 years ago. He's she's planning to come back to me. But he don't understand Islam. I think I don't like to be a Muslim.
What is your husband's situation right now? Are you guys married? Are you living together? Is he a Muslim? Can you explain?
He's not a Muslim.
So he's not a Muslim yet?
From our house.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I go back to him together.
Okay, I got the question. Do you have any other questions?
Okay. Yes, Sheikh, thank you very much. And then I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
See, I only have my registration in Certificate of Islam only here in Saudi. In Philippines, I cannot change my name because it will take a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
What's your name? You just mentioned your name is Wafa. What's your other name?
My passport, my name in passport is Esperanza Acosta.
Do you know what it means?
And I'm still using it in Philippines because in 20 times Philippines, it will take a lot of money.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, is that...
So, what is my situation now? Is it permissible that I will just only have interest on
Okay, Sister Wafa, we will try to get to that question. Is that your last question?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
thank you very much for having
Okay.
No, thank you.
Shukran, Sister Wafa.
Allah yubarik feek. Well, dear viewers, we're going to have to go on a short break after all those phone calls that we have just received. Just a quick reminder for those of you who would want to send us an email. The address is askhuda04 and our phone number is 00202-385-55248 or 55249, and we will see you in a short bit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Many people trying to get together, but all their efforts were in vain because of ignoring or turning away from this great foundation. We see many people coming to the way of truth, following the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but later on, they get off track. What is the reason behind that? Unity is a result. It's not a cover-up. We have to be united from inside. And Allah made this clear in the Quran when He said, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ.
You know, sometimes it's important to take a break. We need to take a break. Take a break from what? From the everyday things to look at what we're really doing as Muslims. That's why we said we really need to have this program for you and for me to take a break right here on Huda TV. Stay with us because we've got a lot coming up on Take a Break.
And if you look into the early tafsir, early exegesis of the Quran, you will find that all the Mufassirin were trying to find out where are the seven earths. Earthquakes, natural or artificial, can delineate the boundaries between seven different zones within the earth. The conclusion that we have seven different layers within the earth came to not only the 20th century. The true believer would prostrate down in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The blessings of that prostration will reach the seventh earth.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear respected viewers, dear brothers and sisters, welcome back after that short break. Jazakumullah khair for sticking with us. Just a quick reminder again, our email is askhuda@.tv and the phone number is 002-0385-552-48 or 552-49. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right, we'll take another question from our pending list. Radwana from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Her and her husband have a flat and a house under joint ownership. She's asking about the inheritance. How can you elaborate on that? Or
yes, inshallah.
I can go in deeper information if you'd like.
First of all, when a couple are working together or having a joint account or joint ownership, it becomes problematic in a sense that whenever any of them passes away first, then the rights of the heirs are not really preserved because the other partner can put his hand over everything, and in this case the heirs will be deprived from their sharia share. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says وَلَكُمْ نِصْفُ مَا تَرَكَ أَزْوَاجُكُمْ إِن لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُنَّ وَلَدٌ in Surah An-Nisa. For the husbands, they get an inheritance, 50% of what their spouses, what their wives leave behind when they die, of what they possessed, their ownership. If they don't have children, and after settling the debt and fulfilling the will, if the deceased have left a will to donate that much within 1/3 of his or her inheritance, it should be fulfilled. So settling the debt, paying off the debt, and fulfilling the will, then the remains would see. If the wife have children, then the husband would get only 1/4. If he doesn't have, then he would get. If she didn't have, then he would get 1/2 of the inheritance. In the case of the wife, she would get 1/4 if he doesn't have children, and after fulfilling the will and settling the debt. And if he had children, then it would be 1/8. So now if we are coming to divide the shares of the heirs, we'll have to know how much the wife owned and how much the husband possessed. Things like that have to be clear from the beginning. I want to point to another very important thing, which is that Islam respects and honors the personal ownership, even in partnership, even in the most intimate kind of partnership, which is between the husband and wife. So once the couple get married and the husband pays a dowry to the wife, this dowry becomes hers. The dowry becomes hers. So if she dies after consummating the marriage, he would not just recruit it. Rather, he would get only his share, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed for him, as it's mentioned in Surah An-Nisa. And the rest will be divided amongst her heirs. Whether she had children, she had parents, she had brothers and sisters, the rest of the heirs, all of that would be considered. So what I advise, number one, things have to be sorted out. It is perfectly fine to have a joint account, but at least everybody knows their actual positions. So in case that one would pass away first, the other party knows exactly the rights and their duties as well. Another thing, sometimes when we get married, there is an upfront dowry and there is a deferred dowry. Amongst the Arabic community, they believe that the deferred dowry is only due whenever the husband divorces his wife, God forbid. That's not true. When we say deferred amount, that means it is due once the husband is capable to pay that deferred amount. So in case that the husband is capable financially, he must begin by settling this. So what if the husband dies and he left some money? Number one, will settle his debt, including the deferred dowry, which he owed to his wife and did not pay. Then afterward, will look to the well, if he left a well that he wanted to be fulfilled. Then afterward, that the wife and the rest of the heirs would get their shares according to the Sharia afterward. So please, if you know that you have a joint account or a joint ownership, at least in your own will, you know that how much you own and how much your husband owns, in order to preserve the rights of the heirs. After the death of either one of us, nobody knows who's going to die first.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. We'll take a Umayma from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, has been cut off. Sister, you're more than welcome to try again. We will now take a phone call from Sister Fuaida from Jordan. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah, I would like to seek an advice. Currently, I'm facing financial difficulty. And I try to look for a job as I am a trained teacher, so from Singapore. So I try to go for interviews, but up to this point, I'm kind of disappointed there has not been any success. So my husband, he told me that, don't worry, Allah will ease our situation, and stuff like that. But on my part, I believe that I have to put in effort to alleviate my problems.
Very right.
And not just to put on hope, because my husband believes that everyone is allocated a certain.
Is your husband currently working?
He is working, but it's not enough to supplement the family income. That's why I need to look for a job, and then. So I wonder, besides making dua and reading Quran, what other ways I can do to overcome my situation?
Inshallah, I would definitely get to answer you. Inshallah.
And anyway, I would like you to make dua for me and like to ease my situation.
You don't have to say. Inshallah, we owe you that. Inshallah.
Yeah, okay. Salaam alaikum.
May Allah make it easy for you and for all the Muslims who are in need.
We will take another phone call. Abd al-Ahad from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I have 3 questions to ask.
Inshallah. Go ahead.
First one is, can women offer nafal prayers without covering their feet?
Okay.
And the second one is it allowed to play computer games that have dice in them?
Okay.
And the third one is in Surah Zukhruf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in an ayah that the woman cannot express themselves. So please, Sheikh, can you define it for us?
Would you give me the ayah number?
I think it is 19 or 20.
Okay.
So if you please explain it.
I don't know if you can get to answer this today, but inshallah Azza hopefully if I honestly don't think we can make it today, then hopefully inshallah in the next episode.
Okay, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, Sheikh, we will take a question from Brother Muhammad. He from our pending question. Brother mentioned he lives on an island. What kind of seafood is haram? This is the way he put it. So,
well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ صَيْدُ الْبَحْرِ وَطَعَامُهُ مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ. So, whatever you catch of the sea, whether it comes out live or dead, is lawful. And the only thing which will be unlawful, seafood which is either poisonous or harmful. Otherwise, the rest of the seafood is lawful. So look at the beautiful picture. It is actually the greater picture. The general ruling that all seafood is halal. أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ صَيْدُ الْبَحْرِ وَطَعَامُهُ مَتَاعًا لَكُمْ وَلِلسَّيَّارَةِ وَحُرِّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ صَيْدُ الْبَرِّ مَا دُمْتُمْ حُرُمًا. So catching fish or any other seafood by any mean, whatever you catch of the sea is lawful to eat. And whatever the sea throws out, even dead, is also lawful to eat, except for small minor species which are known as poisonous, because the Prophet ﷺ said, harm should not be inflicted nor reciprocated, and Allah the Almighty said in the Quran that you should not kill yourselves. You should not bring harm into yourselves by your own hands. And that's the meaning of the ayah, وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. And in another verse, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ بِكُمْ رَحِيمًا. And the general ruling that seafood is perfectly lawful.
Shukran, Sheikh. We will take another phone call from Sister Juhi from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Go ahead, sister, with your phone call. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Salam, go ahead.
My name is Ibrahim from United Arab Emirates.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think
we have two callers at the same time, mashallah.
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Brother Ibrahim.
Yes. First of all, I want to say, Allahumma inna nas'aluka al-huda wa tuqa wal afaf wal ghina.
Beautiful.
And I always see this program and always appreciate it. My question is that, please, I want Sheikh to tell me the conditions of marriage.
Conditions of what? I'm sorry?
Marriage. For example, when you see a woman maybe in other country where your parents are not there, and her also maybe take her to that country. Her parents are not also located in the country where you see her, so you approach each other. You much convenience to marry her. So how can you marry her? The condition, I want to know the condition.
So the girl is in this country, but her parents are not in the country. Is this what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So she doesn't have an available guardian.
Yes.
Okay.
When you want to marry her, what are the conditions?
Okay.
Do you want to take that now?
Thank you very much. Jazakallahu khairan.
Okay. Any other questions?
Brother Ibrahim I think we've lost Brother Ibrahim there. Okay. MashaAllah. I apologize for the inconvenience, Sister Juhi from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Go ahead with your question.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, Sheikh and brother?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, shukrullah.
Okay, I have a question. 2 days back, I had a surgery on my hand, that is my forearm, left.
May Allah
the problem is, inshallah, the problem is that I cannot do wudu because I should not contact with the water. So, how should I perform wudu? You know, should I do tayammum or should I just put on the parts where the bandage is not there? How should I do that? And 6 months back, I had another surgery. That time, I had to take up ghusl after the surgery. So I couldn't do it because of the same reason, because I couldn't put water. So what I did was like I just wrapped up plastic around it, and then I took a bath. So was it valid, my ghusl?
Okay.
And the third question is, inshallah, I'll be going to Umrah on Saturday from Al-Khobar. We are going by flight, so I want to know if I can put my ihram from here itself. And then I'll be going for 1 month to Makkah, inshallah.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Al-Khobar.
Okay.
KSA itself. So when I go to Makkah, can I perform more than one umrahs?
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, you have two urgent questions since you said you're leaving for Umrah on Saturday.
Yeah. So can you just answer it
So
right
as
now?
far
It
as
would be a great help.
as far as the part which is was undergoing a surgery, and whether you're wearing a cast or a cover or a bandage over it, you don't have to wash it. It will suffice you to wipe over it. So wash the rest of the body part which is exposed, which you must wash, whether in wudu or in ghusl. And whatever is covered with a bandage, with a cast, it will be sufficient to wipe over it. As far as the Umrah, I'm not really aware of the geographical location of Al-Khubar from
It is from Al-Khubar. If you go, it will be 18 hours journey if you go from the bus, 18 or 14 hours approximately.
Well, what I was going to say, I don't know the nearest miqat to you. I don't know the nearest miqat to you. So it's very easy to inquire from any local people about the miqat.
Actually, if you know the place like Dammam, Jubail and all, it's near there. So.
Well, unfortunately, still I'm not aware of,
Okay, no problem.
But you can ask about the miqat. As far as when to assume the intention of ihram, you can perform ghusl at home, at the convenience of your house, and you dress in your regular everyday clothes, as long as you avoid any colorful clothes which are attractive or any makeup, because you should appear very simple. Then, once you're passing by the miqat, it would suffice you to say, لبيك اللهم عمرة. لبيك اللهم عمرة. Then when you enter Mecca and you perform your umrah, you're asking another question, which is, can I perform more than one umrah? It is not haram, nor is it recommended. So I prefer, and this is what I do myself, that I follow the footsteps of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, خُذُوا عَنِّي مَنَاسِكَكُمْ. Whenever he went to perform Umrah, even though he was coming all the way from Al-Madinah, and he was either walking on foot or riding on the back of a camel, and his companions, he would perform one Umrah at a time. Unless if you're performing another Umrah on behalf of a deceased, in this condition, after performing your Umrah, you can step out to any area which is out of the sanctuary of Mecca, Al-Hil, such as At-Tan'im, or which is known today as Masjid Aisha, and you assume a new intention of ihram on behalf of that person. You say, لبيك اللهم عمرة عن, then you name the person so and so, instead of so and so, or on behalf of so and so, then you go back to perform the Umrah the same way, and Allah knows best.
Does that suffice for your question, Sister Juhi? I guess we got it. Sheikh, we had a quick question earlier from Shayma, and I think it's very relevant as she may be watching. She was asking that she watched a video recently of a Muslim da'iyah, not to mention, no need to mention the name. And from the video, she understood that the da'iyah mentioned that hijab is not necessary for all women. Can you just quickly elaborate about that?
In the remaining 2 minutes, I would say you have to recheck the tape. If it is a Muslim da'iyah and you mention a very great name, I wouldn't think ever any sheikh or any da'iyah would dare to say that hijab is not obligatory for every Muslim woman. Allah the Almighty says, يَا أَيُّهَا النَّبِيُّ قُلْ لِأَزْوَاجِكَ وَبَنَاتِكَ وَنِسَاءِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ يُدْنِينَ عَلَيْهِنَّ مِنْ جَلَابِيبِهِنَّ ذَلِكَ أَدْنَىٰ أَن يُعْرَفْنَ فَلَا يُؤْذَيْنَ. So the command, the divine command with the hijab was not limited to the Prophet's wives nor daughters, but rather it is to the entire Muslim women. وَنِسَاءِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and all the women of the believers. So basically, if you can just go back and watch the video and find the exact quote, maybe you can have a better analysis, because I don't think any person would have the guts to say that there are some people who are exempt, some women who are exempt from hijab, or hijab is especially for certain women. As a matter of fact, once I was giving a lecture in Texas, and this lady came up to me and she said that she never thought that hijab is mandatory for all women. She thought it's only for Arab. So after removing this confusion, immediately next day she started wearing hijab permanently. MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. So I would advise you, unless you're talking about another category, which is al-qawa'idu min al-nisa'i allati la yarjuna nikahan, elder women who they're very old, gray hair and wrinkles everywhere. So it is difficult for them to wear the full hijab because they don't go out much, age 70, 80 and 90. So that's a different case.
Shukran, Shaykh. Well, dear viewers, there you have it. Yes, it is the end of the episode, and yes, time does go by very fast. As always, we would like to thank our dear brothers and sisters for taking the time out to watch us. Just a quick reminder, our emails, if you want to keep sending the emails, ask@huda.tv. And the special thanks for those of you who are supporting any of Al-Huda's programs to write us at support@huda.tv. And then until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
If my love is attached to thee, then from sins I will be free. Each time my heart will beat, your name will resound with heat. Allah is my heart's speech, your mercy is what I beseech. Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test.